What's happening, everybody, and welcome to the 24th floor. It is Thursday, May 22nd, Memorial Day long weekend just around the corner. On today's show, we're going to hit the track. We'll speak with Olympic medalist Rochelle Stevens about her 35th invitational track meet benefiting the youth coming up this weekend. And big awards coming to the Grizzlies. Rookies Zach Edey and Jalen Wells, our first team. All rookie, that is. That and more coming up on the 24th floor. Joining me on the show today, the resume is long. She's a two-time gold and silver Olympic medalist in the 4x400 relay, a Memphis native, proud graduate of Melrose High School, a staple for track and field in the Bluff City, motivational speaker, what else? Author is in there as well. This is Dr. Rochelle Stevens. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Stevens.
Hey, it's an honor to be here, and especially on your show.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, we bring in the big names, and so we had an Olympic medalist saying she wanted to talk. I said, let's talk. So let's talk. First of all, how was your weekend? How has your week been as you lead up to the Invitational here?
I am very excited to be able to celebrate the 35th Rochelle Stevens Invitational Track Meet. Is for ages 2 to 75. I am very passionate, committed, and dedicated to continue to give back to the youth of our community and to make sure that they achieve their dreams just like I achieved mine.
Let's talk a little bit about what that dream looks like. Let's jump into the big idea for the day. Coming up this Saturday, 35th annual Rochelle Stevens International Track Meet designed to expose high school students to college recruiters and to formal track competitions. But as she said, it goes all the way from 2 to 75. The event held every year certifies young runners for the Junior Olympics, Senior Olympics, and the Olympic trials. Dr. Stevens, kind of before we get into the Invitational, let's kind of let people understand who you are. Two-time Olympic medalist. Can you just kind of describe what you remember about running in the Olympics?
The most important part is just knowing that you're part of the greatest and the best athletes in the world. And to know that ever since I was 12 years old, I wanted to compete in the Olympics and win a medal. And to actually be able to experience that and my dream coming true of winning a medal, the first time a silver medal and the second time a gold medal in Atlanta, it was like, wow, it finally did happen for me. And like I tell people, going to the Olympics is not luck. It doesn't go
ain't
off
nothing lucky about it, right?
Best wishes. I mean, that's nice for you to say good luck and all of that, but it is hard work, determination, commitment. It's overtime. It's spending time by yourself. It is just being really true to yourself and the game and being the best in the world. You can't get any higher than that.
I hear that. You talk about spending a lot of time and a lot of effort. You've done the same with your Invitational track meet that's coming up. Can you tell me what just kind of inspired that for you to start that, and especially to bring it here to Memphis, your hometown?
The reason I started it is because I competed in the AAU Junior Olympics when I was 12 years old. That's how I got my start. And I earned 24 scholarships in track and field. And once I graduated from Morgan State University and came back home to become a volunteer coach, the owners went into real estate. So over 200 athletes was left hanging. The college coaches had kind of stopped coming to this area. They didn't have anybody to vouch or to call on their behalf. And I was like, hey, I can't let this happen to them. And so I formed the Rochelle Stevens Foundation. I was only, 23 years old when I started it, and invited all of the coaches that I was connected to come to here to recruit, because they were like, well, if you came out of Tennessee, I'm sure some others. So the coaches like from University of Tennessee, Florida, Hampton, of course, Morgan State, Arizona State, these coaches come to this meet, Temple University. They come, they recruit. If they can't come, they definitely know what's going on.
They send somebody, right?
Or I can just pick up the phone, and like now, for example, I can call Carl Lewis, who has 9 gold medals and a silver, who is the head coach at the University of Houston. Like, hey, Carl, this is Ralph. I got an athlete. You interested? It's not hard for me to call because most of the coaches are my colleagues. And so it's a great connection for the young people, especially if you are a late bloomer, because those scholarships are normally gone by April. But if you come to my meet and you performing, you have the ACT, the grade points, the GPA that they're looking for, you have a better chance of getting in because you're getting a recommendation from a gold medalist versus just someone calling in on your behalf.
I mean, you obviously are a Melrose alum yourself. What would you say about the talent from the track side of things that can come out of Memphis? We talk so much about the basketball talent that comes out of this town, but from a track perspective, what do you see as you do this year after year?
Actually, we have 2 gold medalists out of Melrose. My teammate Sheila Eccles was the one that gave Flojo the baton in 1988. We were teammates at Melrose. And then Kennedy McKinley is a boxer. So to be able to have 3 Olympic gold medalists, we all walked the halls at the same time, along with a now NBA champion and a couple of Super Bowl champions. And so we're like, hey, we're the home of the champions for real. You know, we produce stars.
And
you know, it's just an honor to say these are my friends that I grew up with from elementary on up. And it's just so much talent. But if you never get the proper exposure, if you don't get the proper training, then that talent would go to waste.
You've helped over 35,000 kids, whether it be in your invitational that'll be this weekend, if it's been in your camps,
right.
Kids that you've spoken to, scholarships, all those kinds of things. When you look at this weekend, you know, how many kids are you expecting to come through? Are we going to get another 1,000, or what's it looking like?
The deadline last night, pre-registration deadline was last night, and we had close to 400 pre-registered. The meet is Saturday, so people are still registering right now. They just paid a little extra $5 late fee, or they pay at the gate.
Gotta
so
get that bread.
we are looking forward to having close to 800-900 athletes, and then you count in the parents, and that'll give us the 1,000 that we're looking for at a track meet. And it consists of the sprints, some middle distance, long distance, a few field events. Ages, like I said, 2 to 75. 2 through 5-year-olds only run the 50-meter dash. They get their start there. And, you know, we have athletes that have become NCAA champions, NCAA All-Americans, Olympians that have competed in my meet. Hundreds have received scholarships. So we're looking at, some of them may not want to run track or keep running track. So we have added additional educational pillars to it. So Concord Career College will be on hand.
Great,
University of Tennessee Health Science and all of their divisional schools like dental, pharmacy, and et cetera. Those schools will be there. Lowe's is our major sponsor. They will be taking applications for jobs for the summer. And it's for the kids, but if you have those young parents,
looking for work,
we help them as well. So we try to get these athletes and their parents involved with educational pieces, online training, whether it is to go into cybersecurity management or IT, since the world is going, AI on everything.
Sure.
So we now have sponsors and organizations that are involved with making sure we can provide the opportunity for our youth. So we're taking it to them. If they don't come to us, we'll take it to them. And so you will be able to experience all of that at the Rochelle Stevens track meet this weekend at Hardin Academy.
Yes, ma'am. It's starting, I believe, 9 o'clock, right? 9:15?
The opening ceremony is about 9:15. You know, we're going to try to start on time, but I tell you what, we definitely get out on time. You will not be at my meet till 8 p.m., 10 o'clock at night. We treat my meet like they treated me at the pen relays when I won my pen relay title. Before you can bend over, off the track, get off the track, you know. So we stay on schedule. Once we get started, it's going.
Real quickly, just why has it become so important for you to give back to the city who raised you? And kind of separately, just the scholarship portion of it. Just how important has education been for a track runner like yourself, giving you, so many different platforms?
I was told that it's our talent. It's your talent that opens the doors for you. And when I say open the doors, I had the opportunity to travel to 50 plus countries. I had the opportunity to eat dinner and breakfast with kings, queens, princes of countries. So you have that opportunity. But once you get that opportunity, you need the education to keep those doors open, to keep the relationships going. And so that's one of the things we like to stress in the Rochelle Stevens Foundation is character, leadership, and discipline.
Dr. Stevens, it's fantastic. We appreciate you coming on the show today. The Rochelle Stevens Invitational, 35th annual Invitational track meet will be this weekend, 9:15 a.m. And if you haven't signed up yet, you can still do so we'll expect, we'll let you roll up, but Dr. Stevens said you got to pay the extra $5. So we'll see. Dr. Stevens, we appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's take a quick break. NBA awards have come out, and they're honoring the Memphis Grizzlies rookies. What Jalen Wells had to say about being named All-Rookie Team. That's next.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with ABC 24 and 24+. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on 24+. The 24+ TV app. Streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time.
Rain showers through the day today, and we're starting.
Track how the weather will impact your day.
Rain coming in tonight into tomorrow.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene. Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. 24+. Complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Here comes our first batch of rain. Some severe thunderstorms and even several tornado warnings.
I think the bigger issue is going to be the wind gusts. So you start getting some branches knocked around. You could definitely see some power outages today. Those storms could pack a punch.
It's not just the thunderstorms, it's the fact that this low pressure is so strong.
How big that storm system was.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 24+. Download on your TV and watch for free. When news breaks, watch 24+. See the story as it's happening. Be on the scene, faster than ever before. Live updates from the team you trust. Stream breaking news on 24+. Download free on your TV now.
Nobody really expected him to be what he has become on this team. And that is one of the Iron Men, quite frankly. He has played in all 79 games, and he started in 74 of them. And so when you have a guy like that, he's been nothing but dependable pretty much all year. And when you have a guy who's dependable pretty much all year, you've got to find folks to fill in his space. Jalen has been arguably the best wing defender on the team the entirety of the year. He's had so many games this season where he has been tasked with defending the best player on the team or the best perimeter player on the other team. He's had some phenomenal defensive performances, shutting down the likes of Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. And even when they've had really good games, they still had to contend with Jalen being in their hip pocket.
I wanted Michael Jordan to come. I wanted Scottie and them to come. They were winning championships in my town. It'd have been great for them to come pass out toys and turkeys and things, but they didn't do it. Not saying now that it ain't a reason why I should, because they not from where I'm from.
Right.
So it's on me to go ahead and change that narrative. It's on me to go back and get hope. And that's what I do, man, even till this day, man. From Maine to Spain to China, Carolina. If it's a hood near you, TA gonna be there.
So it's always good being back in Memphis. Just it's home, and being back always feels like that.
It's actually really the more disturbing thing I saw this week. Not really comforting, especially if you're a Grizzlies fan. Grizzlies getting into a little shoving match against the Utah Jazz. Desmond Bane goes full two-arm shove into Santi Aldama and would look like a pretty heated argument on the sideline, on the bench, and during a timeout. Grizzlies trying to hold the ship together. Just 10 games left in the regular season. They have slid from 2nd to 5th place in the West. They did beat the Utah Jazz by almost 40 points in this game after the shove, or we're assuming it's after the shove. There's no really way to tell when this was in the game, but hopefully the big win is a sign of better things to come. Let's hope this brotherly shove is not an early sign of a flame out in the playoffs.
But I do think this has a chance to be a major league rock fight.
Yeah, rock fight is about right, especially because Michigan State is so good on the defensive side of the ball, the number one team in three-point percentage defense. So I think Ole Miss is going to have to knock down a couple and really make the Spartans respect that. But if you're a Grizzlies fan, then I'm sure Tony Allen comes to mind when I say first team, as in first team all defense, obviously. 2 of the Grizzlies rookies can now claim first team for themselves, just not all defense. Zach Edey and Jalen Wells both named to the NBA All-Rookie first team this year. It's the first time a pair of Grizzlies rookies have both been named first team since Brandon Clark and Ja Morant did it back in 2020. Pau Gasol, Shane Battier also did that in the early 2000s. Zach Edey was the big man in the middle, first-round pick at number 9 overall. Put up 9 points and 8 boards a game, led all rookies in field goal percentage and total and offensive rebounds. Jalen Wells was a revelation for the Grizzlies this year, picked 39th overall in the second round. He started 74 games before breaking his wrist. He guarded the other team's best player every night, and he led all rookies in starts, three-point shooting, and free throw percentage. Both players also named NBA Rising Stars. Jalen Wells was on the Gary Parrish show yesterday and had this to say about the role he played during his rookie season.
If he told me that, I would be like, I know how hard I work, so I'm not surprised. But yeah, if he told me that, but I didn't know I'd be given this opportunity. So I think that would be the more surprising thing. It also just kind of gave me confidence in the organization, just them allowing me to be.
Rookie of the Year form from the Spurs, Stephon Castle. Last year's first overall pick from the Atlanta Hawks, Zachary Richer, and Wizards forward Alexander Sarr. Wells was third in Rookie of the Year voting. So let's have a little talk real quick. There was a lot made about the way the Grizzlies roster was constructed thus far this year. When they had to let go of Steven Adams, we knew that the big man in the middle spot was going to be a source of concern. A lot of people wanted them to go outside of the organization, outside of the draft, bring in maybe an Andre Drummond type, somebody big in the middle that could really fill that starting role. And the Grizzlies didn't do that. They went to go and get Zach Edey, and a lot was made about picking him up and putting him in the starting spot. They didn't know if the Grizzlies were going to be a playoff team. The question was, could a Zach Edey be your starting center in his rookie year? And I think overwhelmingly the answer was he could be. Did he have his ups and downs? 100%. And I think where the Grizzlies kind of struggled was, hey, can he be somebody that we can put out there on the perimeter? But what was great was Tuomas Isalo came in there towards the end of the season as the interim head coach, and we know that he is the full-time head coach now. For him to take on the role that he did and really make Zach Edey a force down low and in the middle, I think bodes well for what the Grizzlies can do with a Zach Edey type moving forward. And I think he matches really the vibe of what the Grizzlies want to be as far as that grit and grind kind of mentality. I think he fits that perfectly, and I think he's going to be a big piece moving forward. And I think the same goes for Jalen Wells, and I said it kind of in the read. He was a revelation, and for Zach Kleiman, I think you got to give him some credit when things kind of went south, and we had talked to him in the exit interviews. He had to say that, the Grizzlies became unintentionally younger. And I think that certainly is the case. But at the same time, you got to give love to a guy like Wells coming in there as a rookie in the second round. I mean, he thought, and everybody else thought, that he would probably be a two-way player, somebody who was going to spend a developmental year with the Memphis Hustle, and he didn't do that. He didn't have that mentality. He stepped in there into that starting role, and just his 6th game, he ended up playing 74 games on the year, and up until he broke his wrist, there was a very decent shot that he was going to be the Rookie of the Year, kind of until things slowed down for him a little bit as he hit that rookie wall. It's not his fault that the way the roster was constructed forced him into that space, but he did exactly what you wanted him to do, which was just come in, play hard every night, and understand his role. He was an excellent three-point shooter, but that man was going to play himself some defense. And so I really appreciated what Jalen Wells had to do, what he did this year, and I really feel that way about both the Grizzlies rookies, Zach Edey and Wells, for what they were able to do, stepping into that starting role and really giving the Grizzlies a shot. And certainly there's going to be some growth opportunities. Certainly there were some ups and downs, and you can certainly poke some holes in what the roster construction was, but you can't blame those rookies for stepping in and doing exactly what Taylor Jenkins, Tomas Isolo, and the Grizzlies organization asked them to do. So I think there's going to be a ton of growth for them over the summer, and hopefully they're having big jumps a la Desmond Bane and Santi Aldama had in kind of their second years as well. We'll see what that looks like coming into next season. Let us not forget that Jalen Wells also broke his wrist back in April, just a couple of weeks before the NBA playoffs were going to begin. He was given a 6 to 8 week recovery time. Well, his pops, Fred Wells, who I had a chance to interview earlier this year, tweeted out this week that Jalen had made a full recovery from that fractured wrist. On the Gary Parrish Show, which we just showed you a little while ago, Jalen also recounted the moment he got the news that his season was going to be over. This is the first time we've heard him say anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the hardest moment was probably learning that I fractured or broke my wrist. I mean, I knew everything. I mean, I knew like I had a concussion. You know, I was bleeding from my head. But I was like, you know, I'll be okay. You know, give me 1 to 2 weeks, I'll get out the protocol. And then they came back and told me that, you know, I fractured my wrist, and they told me I'd be out for whatever it was, 6 to 8 weeks. And that was when I was crushed.
Let's move on to some other NBA news. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was named League Most Valuable Player yesterday. He's the third ever MVP to come out of Oklahoma City, joining Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Those are certainly two names that you want to be in the same conversation for. SGA led the league in scoring at 32.7 points per game, on top of 6 assists and 5 rebounds for the 1-seed OKC team that won 68 games. They were completely dominant all year long, and SGA was quite the reason why. But the OKC's construction of their roster really lends itself to him being able to be the offensive engine and kind of letting other guys play the fantastic defense that team plays. But he's no slouch there as well. Averaged, I believe, 2 steals a game as well. MVP speeches tend to always be pretty sweet and tend to be pretty emotional, especially when they come from OKC. See Kevin Durant in 2014. But SGA took emotional to a new level, talking about his wife.
You were the first person to show me what love really meant. What love really meant, what sacrifice really meant. And I can't wait to spend the rest of this journey called life with you. So thank you for everything. I wouldn't be the man I am, I wouldn't be the player I am, I wouldn't be the father I am without you, but thank you for that.
As I watched that the other day, it almost brought a tear to my eye. And I think when you think about MVP speeches, I really like what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had to do here, because he thanked, you know, the other players, he thanked the staff, he thanked the coaches. He comes back to his family, and when he got down to his wife, to me, that portion right there really goes up there with Kevin Durant when he talked about Mama Durant and saying, "You the real MVP," with tears in his eyes. I kind of got that same level of emotion from SGA. And what you didn't hear from that clip is he acknowledges that he is tend to be a little bit more on the dramatic side. He goes, "Oh, I'm so dramatic." But I'm sure his wife certainly appreciated that moment. I think that was really cool. We'll see if he continues to have any MVP moments as the rest of these playoffs go along, as the Thunder are already up 1-0 on the Timberwolves. But at the same time, I think you got to tip your hat to Nikola Jokic as well. He easily could have won MVP this year, but you cannot take away from what SGA did and what he is doing for this OKC team that is threatening to be a championship contender here. Coming up, we got to talk some baseball and about this special milestone that Redbirds manager Ben Johnson hit last night in Jacksonville. It is a special one, and one that goes to a Memphis native. Gotta love it. That's coming up next.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with ABC 24 and 24+. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on 24+. The 24+ TV app, Streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time.
Rain showers through the day today, and we're starting.
Track how the weather will impact your day.
Rain coming in tonight into tomorrow.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene. Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. 24+. Complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Here comes our first batch of rain. Some severe thunderstorms and even several tornado warnings.
I think the bigger issue is going to be the wind gusts. So you start getting some branches knocked around. You could definitely see some power outages today. Those storms could pack a punch.
It's not just the thunderstorms, it's the fact that this low pressure is so strong.
That's how big that storm system was.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 24+. Download on your TV and watch for free. When news breaks, watch 24+. See the story as it's happening. Be on the scene, faster than ever before. Live updates from the team you trust. Stream breaking news on 24+. Download free on your TV now.
Welcome back. For the last week or so, we've been on record watch for Redbirds manager Ben Johnson, looking to become the all-time winningest manager in Memphis Redbirds history. And man, he got it last night. Let's get the party started right. Michael Ciani says, see you later to that ball. Lead off home run to get the Redbirds off to a pretty good start, 1-0. Lucan Baker knows a little something about home runs. The Redbirds' all-time leading home run hitter doesn't bake cookies, he bakes home runs. He goes yard, left field. The kiddos can have fun finding that one. That is Baker's third home run of the season, and it puts Memphis up 5-3 in the fifth inning. Then we get to the sixth, and it gets a little weird. Jose Fermin down the first base line. Troy Johnson kicks it into the wall, the dugout. That'll allow a run to score. Throw to home off the mark as well. Mike Antico scores, and Fermin finds third base. 7-3 the final in favor of the Redbirds. Ben Johnson on being the all-time winningest coach in Redbirds history.
Being from Memphis is pretty special to be a part of the hometown club, but you know, and the fans are great, and we really love being in Memphis. But being a part of the Cardinals organization and being a part of the team and the staff, it's something that I really do cherish. I don't take it for granted. It's an honor to work with these players and to work with these coaches. They've seen me grow over the years, and I love being in player development because you get a chance to see the players grow as well. So it's a great experience for me. I'm on the moon right now. The players, man, they gave me a celebration that I'll never forget.
Ben Johnson officially moves into number one, passes Chris Maloney with 368 total wins, and Galen Pitts also in the 300 club with 64 wins from 1998 to 2002. On the college basketball front, Memphis native coming back to the 901, Curtis Givens III, son of popular club owner Curtis Givens, announced his commitment to the Tigers on social media. He's transferring to Memphis after a year at LSU, where he was a 4-star recruit out of high school, played 2 years at MUS before winning a national championship at Montverde. Dante Harris decided to hit the transfer portal the day after Givens committed, and who can blame him because it's getting pretty crowded at guard. Harris joined the Tigers mid-season last year, coming to Memphis after a year at Virginia. He was a solid defensive guard in the backup spot, but he'll look for playing time elsewhere. Let's talk about the TSSAA tournament between Briarcrest and Lipscomb Academy. The Mustangs' Madden Williams knocks one to right center. That's going to bring a run around, and Williams will slide into second with an RBI double. It's going to be followed up by Bo Strickland, and Williams was really the big man in this game. He had 3 for 3 and 2 RBIs in this game. It means a 4-2 win for Lipscomb Academy, and the Briarcrest Saints will have to come out of the consolation bracket. Christian Brothers and Christ Presbyterian, 0-0 ball game, 2 on for the Brothers. Throw-out attempt to third base is wide for CPA, and that's going to make it breezy for the first run of the game, going to the Brothers up 1-0. Fifth inning, tied at 1. CPA's Hudson Chance blasts one to right field. Back, and at the wall. Got to corral it. 2 Lions will score. CPA up 3-1, and they'd add 2 more runs in the 6th inning, up 5-1. Bottom of the 6th, Cade McKay for the Brothers. Lions win to center field. Mishandled by the center fielder. 2 runners score for the Purple Wave. Can they ride the wave to a comeback? They will not. A nice knock from Gabe Boyd, diving catch made in the outfield, which becomes a sac fly to make it 5-3, but the Wave can't come back and lose 7-3. That makes for a matchup with Briarcrest today. Well, coming up, we wrap things up with the best thing I saw this week, and it got to come from last night's playoff games and one Tyrese Halliburton. Stick around.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with ABC 24 and 24 Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on 24 Plus. The 24 Plus TV app. Streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time.
Rain showers through the day today, and we're starting.
Track how the weather will impact your day.
Rain coming in tonight into tomorrow.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene. Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. 24 Plus. Complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
Here comes our first batch of rain. Some severe thunderstorms and even several tornado warnings.
I think the bigger issue is going to be the wind gusts. So you start getting some branches knocked around. You could definitely see some power outages today. Those storms could pack a punch.
It's not just the thunderstorms, it's the fact that this low pressure is so strong.
It's how big that storm system was.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 24 Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. When news breaks, watch 24 Plus. See the story as it's happening. Be on the scene faster than ever before. Live updates from the team you trust. Stream breaking news on 24 Plus. Download free on your TV now.
In the moment, I mean, I wasn't like plotting on it or anything. Everybody wanted me to do it like last year at some different point. But it's just gotta feel right. And it felt right at the time. If it would have been, if I would have known it was a 2, I would not have done it. So I think I might have wasted it. If I do it again, then people might say I'm like aura farming. So I'm not, I don't plan on using it again.
Shout out to the Pacers, up 1-0. That's all I got for you on the 24th floor today. Thanks to Olympic medalist Rochelle Stevens. I'll see you next time.